Hello and welcome back to Through Daybreak II. As you can see, we have a different menu, but we're about to leave this here. I like that it shows Swin and Lapis up at the top of the stairs very faintly, and it's just very focused on Nadia, the garden master, kind of see-through above me. Yeah, so I wanted to show that quick. Before we go in here, we finished Act 3 in the last one. We're starting what I hope is the finale. Please don't have like another intermission again. But I also have no idea what we have left. I've been thrown off completely by this situation we're in, because if he's not the bad guy or the main bad guy, like what more is there to do? We collected all the Genesis. I thought for sure he'd play a bigger role, but turns out he just wanted to rewind time back to Sheena Dirk time and fix his mistakes. So, I don't know. He had a very weird desire that I don't know if I quite understand as much as I want to. I don't know. Either way, we're done with that, and I have no idea what to go into the finale. I did write a lot of stuff down because I've been curious about it, and one thing to note in particular, during a cutscene with them, after you fight them the first time, they rewind. They rewind and they're okay again, which has me confused because they rewound to before they were hurt, meaning they took just their body and went back in time. So I don't know if time travel in this works at all how we're supposed to understand it, which makes a lot of things okay in my book, instead of being like, okay, this doesn't make sense. How do they have the Genesis and all that? The fact that they rewind back to before they're hurt, but they still keep their consciousness, but it's also happening in front of us in a localized space, makes me think that, like, Van and everyone, it wasn't just a consciousness jump. They, like, physically overwrote their old body with the new body from the rewind. Well, not their body, because, like, there are times when Van was, well, maybe not stabbed, but bleeding and poisoned and stuff. So if you go back in time there, you'd still be poisoned or bleeding. So that doesn't quite add up. But I don't know. It's got me really confused on this time travel, though, and I can't quite make sense of it, and I'm trying really hard to. Then again, I guess there's sometimes you gotta let it go, but, like, time travel's gotta be done right in games, or I will drop a point for it. That's for sure. So I'm hoping they explain that coming up. Explain how this time travel specifically works. And then I wrote down a bunch of questions. Who is C? We still have no idea. Who is the Crimson Grendel guy? I feel like they mentioned it was just a random spirit that he found. Therefore, it could be Dingo. It could be Dingo. He said you finally arrived at the truth. That sounds like something reporter Dingo would say to Van, to me. I don't know if we're even going to learn this stuff. I just have these questions still. What's Nina's deal? Sounds like she's part of an organization or something and knows a lot more than we thought. Well, we've had suspicions the whole time, even in the first game. So, I don't know. Hopefully we learn about that. Why did we have to clear floors for Mirhan Garten? That's still completely unresolved, so hopefully we figure out what's going on there, because, like, that's still an active request. We're not done with that. A little confused on that one, because I thought it was, like, all him, but there's got to be more going on. And why did the Genesis power down? General question that just happened at the end, so we'll probably figure that out soon. And can I see Lapis? That is my last question. Please, can I see Lapis? Actual Lapis, not hologram shard hollow version. Sorry, that was a very long... I have questions. I have lots of questions. I wanted to go over them. After defeating the Garden Master, the spirit of Auguste, Van's group was forced to repeat those last 3 days. However, with Swin and Nadia's safe return, they were able to spend that time completing 4 SPGs in relative peace. Yeah, you basically have to, like, unlearn everything we learned here. Having dealt with the source of the corrosion, the hazy visions shared with Van's group had faded from the general populace's memories. They kind of remembered before? What? Including Yume, Maxim, and those closest to them. Huh. Despite that, those initial 3 days were not in vain. That's a much better ending to that. Also, Aaron already had his resolve. Because we went through it and in the timeline before we went back, so I guess everything could work out way more peacefully, just because they'd already gone through it and they've already like come to terms with things. Everyone had finally overcame the past that bound them. Ooh, oh, poor Aslan. He did nothing wrong. He deserved that. He was just a super innocent guy, and he still lost. And at the same time, they were also taking their first steps into the new future. The twisted, distorted delusions that once engendered conflict and chaos. Now, here's the political debate. Were unraveled and brought to order, spinning a new thread of fate and lighting the path towards the days that lie ahead. And then everything went to shit because the Genesis all turned on at once. And so, the 3 days drew to a close and was bookended, oh god, with Aramis Academy's end-of-year ceremony. No, we have to go through all of Aramis Academy's festival, don't we? And then bad stuff will happen right at the end and cliffhanger us into the end of Zemeria Act. Ooh, that'd be okay if you cliffhanger me. Only because I only have to wait like 6 months. Ren, Nadia, and Swin decided to extend their stay in Calvard a little longer, and they, along with Agnes, began preparing for the school festival. As April arrived, old students moved up a grade, while new students filed in, which added a bit of mayhem to the hectic days to come. Oh, Kisara. And from there, yet another week passed. Wait, did we skip the festival? Did we actually? I'm kind of surprised they wouldn't do the festival.
It's been 3 weeks now, and we haven't seen any of the telltale signs of the corrosion. Safe to say we're in the clear.
Yep, Kasum and the Kruga haven't noticed anything either.
Nothing suspicious on the Heiyue front. They're all acting like their normal, shady selves. Though I was kind of surprised Asha remembered the time she made that proclamation to Sao. She even did it all over again.
Someday I'll pull off something you'll never see coming. Then you won't even be able to think about brushing me off.
She has way more spunk than I gave her credit for. I guess she isn't just a little kid with a schoolgirl crush anymore. Maybe she's finally ready to face her feelings now that she's coming into her own.
Yes, she and everyone else have been sporting such a positive attitude of late, and that truly brings me great joy. Although, I do feel a gnawing sense of remorse as well, seeing as how I brought misery to so many.
Hey, don't feel bad. You weren't half as bad as me.
Seriously, this again? Quit playing the self-blame game already.
I, too, caused you all no end of trouble on Nemeth Island. But with the powers of the Rewind, and through our own efforts, we overcame that and the many crises that followed. That goes for Swin and Nadia, too. We only got to this point because we were determined to persevere.
Yeah, you said it, QT.
I didn't do anything worthy of praise, unlike Nadia. So don't... Actually, scratch that. I shouldn't be throwing myself a pity party. Thank you for the compliment.
That is huge character. Swin has never said this before. I don't think I've ever heard him actually just say thank you. Wow.
Glad you realized that on your own. Remember, we wouldn't have been able to take down a Goose if it weren't for you. You took a risk so that you could protect what was important to you. If you ask me, that's sure as hell worthy of praise.
Van. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, don't be a stubborn ox, or you'll end up a grumpy, crotchety old fart like our boss man. And that's a fate worse than death.
I'll show you a fate worse than death, you damn brat. And for the last goddamn time, 25 isn't old!
Neither is
Some
35.
things never change.
Back to business as usual.
No kidding. Once Agnes gets here? Oh yeah. Are the Genesis still broken?
Yeah, seems that way.
But it's not as though they were broken, per se.
Two weeks ago.
Throughout all of our examinations, they haven't reacted even once. I don't think they're running in low power mode. There isn't anything wrong with the internal circuitry, but the fact remains that they seem to be completely non-functional.
I see.
Up until now, the cores have always given off a faint glow. But even those have gone out.
There's a passage in Professor Epstein's memoirs that comes to mind.
He wrote, "Recover the Oct Genesis before the year 120X. Else all that we know will come to an end."
Never did say what would happen once we got them all, did he? Damn. Bummer.
If I'm being honest, I'm kind of relieved nothing's happened yet.
Maybe his prediction was about all the stuff we just went through.
That's plausible, especially when you consider what the Garden Master was trying to do.
He wasn't just setting his sights on Calvard. He put the fate of the entire world on the line.
He warned us that the world might end, and we stopped that. So, that means we're good now, right?
It may be that the devices were programmed to deactivate once that goal was achieved.
I'm afraid only C. Epstein himself would know the answer to that.
Did you say C? Oh man, are we getting a double whammy here? Both questions?
For now, I think the fact that they're reunited at last is cause for celebration.
He could be C.
I'm sure Professor Epstein, Lilia, and your mother would have all been beside themselves with joy right now.
Yes, I really hope so. Well, now that we've gathered all the Genesis, I think my request is finally complete. Thank you for everything, Van. And same to everyone else. I don't know how I'll ever be able to repay you.
God damn it. Hold on. The way it just seemed so weird that, like, of all things you could have said here, you didn't say his first name. You didn't just say his last name. You said C. Epstein. To really nail that in there, he has to be. I don't know who, like, he would actually be if he's still alive. He's an old man. Apparently he's dead, but then again, everyone's dead, and they're also all alive. Like, no one dies in this game. So I think there's a very high chance that that is just who C is. We just don't know who is actually Epstein at this point.
Miss Claudel.
I'm so happy for you, Agnes. You finally got your wish.
It was a long road to get here, but I think we can finally call this case closed.
I know me and S were only here for the tail end, but I for one had so much fun helping you, Aggie.
I think everyone deserves a pat on the back.
Too bad you don't have a free excuse to drop by the office anymore. What you gonna do, Agnes? You ready to hang up your hat and give up the part-timer life?
Huh?
Well, I
Typical Aaron.
I suppose that's not really Agnes's decision to make.
I suppose not.
Well, I guess I do have a certain someone to thank for my office's sudden surge in popularity. Hate to admit it, but I could still use an extra hand or 10 around here. At least until I can bring in some new blood. Besides, you still haven't fulfilled your end of the bargain. Remember our agreement?
Oh,
Unless you decide to give up altogether, I'll pitch in however I can from here on out. In exchange, you can share any info you got on the Genesis, or anything those diaries say. How's that sound? There's still a lot that we don't fully understand, including Mare and the Grendel. Don't know if we can really call your case closed until we sort all that out.
Van. I guess you're right. There's still a lot of mysteries left to solve. Which means that for the time being, we're stuck with each other. Part-time job and all.
Yeah. Glad to keep you on the team.
I suppose that takes care of that.
her smile alone makes her a fierce competitor. Don't worry, though. I'm still rooting for both of you.
That is quite enough of that. Still, I'm glad it all worked out.
Agreed. You need someone to keep him in line, and to stop him from overthinking things.
You got that right.
Aw, but him overthinking everything's part of his charm.
Y'all suck at whispering, you know that? And when the hell do you get in here? Out!
You're no fun. We're pals, aren't we? I thought going through near-death experiences together would bring us closer. Oh yeah, you said you're hiring assistants, right? I think I might be just the right girl for the...
Oh, hell no! Application denied!
That's not up to you. Agnes is the hiring expert.
Well, aside from the Divine Blade's flights of whimsy, everything's finally calmed down now. I think we can set off without any regrets.
Oh.
Right. You were planning to leave soon, weren't you?
You would certainly be welcome to stay longer if you so wished.
Trust me, I'd really love to. You did help us get LP back safe and sound after all. But we really need to go and find our old picnicking front leader.
Oh, right! You had another traveling companion a few years ago, didn't you? Is that who you're referring to?
That guy's history is almost as bad as that goofy-ass team name.
I've never met the man myself, but I think the CID's been keeping tabs on him. It might be hard to work around Renee, but I don't mind joining in on the search. Just put out a 4 SPG, and I'm on the case. I do kinda owe you big time. And I bet that guy's one hell of a good tipper.
Actually, I think we're the ones who owe you. He left us a hint, so I think we should be fine on our own. We ought to get together sometime when we're not all busy.
There's no way we're gonna bounce before the festival, though. We'll stick around the next few days for that.
Good. You worked your butts off with the festival prep. Now's the time to reap your rewards.
Oh.
I helped some too. I can't wait for it to get started.
I did a few things myself as well, so... yeah, I guess I am a little excited.
Couldn't hurt to see how much those kids took my coaching to heart.
Good morning, Van.
Oh, there you are.
The festival hasn't happened yet. I thought they skipped over the festival. No, that was just festival prep. They were prepping it. Okay, so there's a very high chance we're gonna be spending time at the festival. Oh boy.
Morning, Agnes.
Oh, wow. Everyone's here already. Well, good morning to you all, too.
Yeah, everyone's excitement for this thing might be a little contagious.
I take it you were able to finish everything in time?
For the most part, yes. There's still a little bit left to do, though. Well, Swin, Nadia, are you ready to go? Yes, ma'am. The kickoff rally sounds kinda boring, but I guess I'd better try to stick it out.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be getting out of that one. We'll be ready soon. Just give us a second.
I'm gonna head downstairs and get breakfast ready. If you want to grab a bite while you wait, feel free. Managing an Aramis school festival is all about stamina, and you won't last long on an empty stomach.
I guess you'd know better than anybody. Well, sure. I'll take you up on that.
Don't do it. I know what's gonna happen. Finale! What comes around goes around. Ooh. That's a interesting title name. Okay, the festival doesn't start till 10 a.m., so I've got some time to kill. The kids should be getting ready to leave soon. Maybe I'll go check in on them.
Agnes is downstairs having breakfast, and the others are probably in their rooms. Maybe I should make the rounds and see how they're all doing.
Okay. The only thing I'm worried about is that they're going to be like, all right, we could go to the festival, but we should also check up on every single district while we're at it. I'm afraid that's going to happen. Oh.
I'll gladly accept this.
I forgot to do this. Silver friendship bracelet.
You sure? Okay. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, you guys weren't around.
Wonder what this'll go for. Just kidding.
Let me just look at that quick. Strength 50? Holy. Accuracy 50. Speed and crit 5%. Nope. Normally I would just put this on Van because strength 50 is a lot, but yeah, replace this. And if I do that, Fairy, instead of this 9% crit, yeah, her having CP up would be quite helpful. I'm basically just trying to turn her into brick damage machine. Considering Ifrit Raid seems to do a lot of brick damage as well. So I don't know the logistics of this because they only have like attack power. They don't have like a stun per move. So I don't know. I think you just put break 1, 2, and 3 on, and that's the most you can have. But I think maybe power does affect how much you stun. I don't know. Either way.
Whoops.
Okay. And with the other, okay, and we can go in there. Let's go upstairs first. Actually, let's go in here first.
And now for a weather update. Here are the latest forecasts for regions throughout the Republic. The white cloves are once again in full bloom near and far, as seasonal events across Calvard herald the advent of spring. It's looking to be a warm, mild day with clear skies over Eden and pleasant weather expected in many parts of the country. That's all the weather news we have.
What if nothing bad happens and this is just a happy finale?
Time for a traffic update around the Edith metropolitan area.
That weather is just like ominous in how perfect it sounds.
Yes. These are the most recent reports on the road, courtesy of the Calvard Roadway Information Center. The expressway is heavily congested for 10 Selge around the Sidon district, while an accident has caused a 20 Selge slowdown in the Tyrell district. As influxes of newly licensed drivers are common at this time of year, all our listeners are encouraged to exercise more caution on the road than usual.
Is that Mario?
That's all we have for now.
I think that might be Mario's VA. I only know because when she doesn't talk in a higher pitched voice, that is my Monster Hunter character voice, is her normal voice. And I've kind of heard it a lot now, so. shit. I hit that twice. Can we make anything? No, I need to make these before I beat the game, though. That's for sure. Which means I just need a bunch of Prime Beast essence for the most part. Okay. Shit. They might actually, those 4 things might be straight to 25. I don't know. There'll probably be festival food, I would assume. Okay, that's it. Hello, Mr. Arkride. Are you doing a quick check-in with everyone? Yeah, something like that. You busy right now? No, I was simply gathering my thoughts. I still have to write the report detailing last month's events. It's been almost 3 weeks now, with both Mirabelle and Mr. Al-Fayed have had their eye on the capital lately, but thankfully the risk management AI has remained silent. Those two still have all their memories, right? Yes, they do, although Mirabelle's are a tad hazy in comparison. They're currently on guard in case of a resurgence from Grendel Zolga. However, as I mentioned, the AI threat assessment has not raised any alarms recently. We believe the threat has vanished. Yeah, not to sound too optimistic, but I've got a good feeling we're in the clear. But anyway, aren't you taking the day off to enjoy the festival? Kinda figured you'd be looking forward to it. Well, you're certainly not wrong. I was actually rather excited to see the production I assisted Mr. Solution with. It should be nice to relax after all the hard work we've done. I've been interested in attending the festival for a while now. It's quite famous after all. And all the preparations we've done was hardly enough to satisfy my curiosity. Let's enjoy today to the fullest, shall we? We will. We will. But the more you build up, just a happy-go-lucky day, the more devastating it could be. Hopefully not too bad. All right, my hair should be set by now, I think. Now for my makeup. Hey, what are you doing? Can't you at least knock? I have some top-secret Grimcat tools in here, you know. Oops, my bad. Actually, that reminds me. I've heard Grimcat's been awfully active in the capital lately. Well, yeah, I mean, I was pretty busy with acting for a while, and then I got caught up with that Genesis stuff. Figured I had to make up for lost time, you know. Can't start letting those villains feel like they've got the run of the place. Good luck with that. Oh, right, we finished shooting the movie, by the way. But man, those 3 days were really something, huh? Well, at least I can say I got through it all, both as an actress and as a thief. Yeah, glad you're still with us, Judith. Of course. Oh, and Nina's said she'll be coming to the festival today. She's been pretty focused on work lately. This should be a good chance for her to relax for once. I hope she gets to watch the show they're putting on. Make sure you're in the audience too, Van. Those kids are putting their heart and soul into that performance. Don't worry, I'll be there with bells on. But man, with 2 famous actresses attending, I'm sure this festival is going to be one for the history books. Oh well, might as well say hi to Nina if I see her. I think I heard Director Gotti say something about coming too. That guy's practically lives for events like this. Here's hoping he doesn't make a scene. Hey, what's up? You've been unusually quiet today. Not feeling up to going to the festival? Are you kidding? Of course I'm going. I love festivals almost as more than I love eating. Just need to do a little mental preparation beforehand. Mental preparation, huh? Yeah, used to do it all the time before a performance. It's something my mom taught me. Don't usually do it when I'm in the audience, though. By the way, how did directing the choreography go? Well, me and Fairy put a lot of work into it. Some kids had a few problems keeping up, but you can tell how passionate they are. And at the end of the day, passion's what drives the performance, right? So, what you're saying is that it'll be good. They reminded me of when I was first starting out. Achin was such a little shrimp back then. Even though I was the one on stage, she acted like she was gonna throw up. Guess she's always tried to fill in for my family, huh? After what happened to Sal, she's acting like she's this responsible adult all of a sudden. What, starting to feel like you've got some growing to do? Maybe you do have a cute side. Shut up. I'm just glad she's matured, you know? It's not like I haven't made progress myself. Exactly. You've got lots to be proud of, Aaron. Gross. Don't start getting all sappy on me, alright? Anyway, just you wait. I'll be successful in ways you've never even seen before. Yeah, I'm sure you will. Oh, right. Didn't you help with some of the other festival stuff? How does it feel to have another chance at your youth? The midlife crisis hitting you yet? Honestly, it was a lot of work. Made me realize how much I used to do back then. And quit calling me old. I can't wait till Aaron's old. And everyone just makes fun of him. I can't wait. And by old, I mean 2 years, because he's like 2 to 3 years younger than Van. How dare he? I'm really looking forward to today's festival. Yeah, I heard you've been helping out with the technical side of things. I know you're crazy about the stuff, but don't you think you're a little more chipper than usual today? Lately? You'd think so. Well, maybe you're right. See, I ended up skipping more than a few grades to enter the Institute of Science. I never really had a chance to experience a place with kids my own age before. It's a little exciting, honestly. That makes sense. Think you'd want to go back and do high school for real then? You know, like Swin and Nadia? I think I'll pass. Katra the researcher and Katra the Arkride solutions assistant. I think those two identities are enough for me. I wouldn't be who I am today without him. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Swin and Nadia are leaving after the festival, aren't they? And after they only just got back, too. I'll be sad to see them go. Once they leave, you'll be the only one your age again. Well, it's not just that. They're from the gardens, too, which means they were also victims of the DG cult. But Nadia and Swin, actually, how do I put this? They seem like they've come to a decision on what's most important to them. They've been fighting to protect it ever since. Those two are incredible. Well, the way I see it, the same could be said of you, Katra. Your family's what's most important to you, isn't it? And that's not to mention how you overcame everything with Harwood. Van. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm only here today because of Gran, Essie, Young, and everyone in the office. And from now on, I'll do everything in my power to protect you all. Just make sure you don't go overboard, alright? I'll try not to. Protecting everyone, maybe I should start by adding some more security systems to our office? With Victor's permission, of course. And how should we go about preventing potential wiretapping? If I install a high-output orbital transceiver alongside an independent orbital generator, or perhaps it'd be more efficient to paint the whole building with an anti-interference varnish. We're not turning the place into a cyber fortress, Katra. I don't know. Your second floor was literally blown up, which puts Yume at risk. I think he's got the right idea. Need to be prepared for anything. Alright, that should be enough water. Hey, Fairy, you on plant tutor today? Oh, Van. Yeah, I finished with all my homework yesterday, so I figured I should spend the day today tidying up a little. Ah, right. You mentioned school's been a little more difficult than usual lately, yeah? That might be putting it lightly. And after I finally got the hang of things, too, I've really been racking my brain lately. But don't worry, I've been getting lots of help from everyone in the office. Whenever I get stuck, all I need to do is ask. I can come to you, too, right, Van? Well, as long as it's something a high school dropout would know. You're much more fired up about this than usual, though. I think it was your birthday that kicked you into gear? Maybe. I guess I hadn't really considered that. But 14, I got the feeling it's gonna be a real turning point for me. That's crazy. She's 14 and she's my strongest party member. Well, Second strongest. We can't forget Whale. Whale is unbeatable, I swear. Oh, I almost forgot. Mirabelle left us a message earlier. She said she's coming to the festival with Cossum later. Huh. Is that so? Sounds like it'll be a good time then. Yeah. I can't wait to see it all. It feels like we've been planning it forever. I've got a bit of a sneak peek while helping with the preparations, but this will be my first ever school festival. I'm sure we'll make plenty of memories. And I hope you'll have lots of fun too, Van. Oh, don't worry, I will. I heard there's going to be loads of booths at the festival this year, but I'm having trouble choosing which ones to visit. Oh, I know. Why don't I just go to all of them? Yeah, good thinking, Fairy. That's weird. There's like a weird oh, Swin and Nadia are in there. Sounded like a deep bass went off there. That was strange. Okay. Turn sail? Wait, I need a better angle here. They're blocking it no matter what. Guess things are going pretty well then. Okay. Seriously, where's Tio? I need that translated.
Montmart is so relaxing.
Oh, I have two main story. Okay. And how's Harry been since? Well, he's still pretty angry. I mean, it's like he can barely tolerate being in the same room as me. Oh, I just don't know what to do. Why do I feel like we've talked about this before? Well, anyway, Harry's just missing his father, Hawker. Everything should go back to normal once you spend a little time with him, don't you think? She's right. And didn't you take some time off today to bring him to the school festival? Yeah, here's hoping he enjoys it. My son's been avoiding me lately. Guess he's as fed up with me as I am. I have to find some way to apologize. Maybe today will be a good chance. All right, you can do this, Hawker. We're planning on going to Aramis Academy Festival with our neighbors this year. Honestly, Sheena and Mark have been talking about it practically non-stop. Now that I'm thinking about it, didn't I hear something about a few kids from Old Town making it into Aramis this year? Well, I'm sure they'll do wonderful there. I figured it would turn out like this. He's been working way too hard. Well, at least he has a chance to make up for it today. Let's hope this is a push in the right direction. Hey, Van, let's get going. Hold your horses, Yumes. The festival hasn't even started yet. Are you sure you're all right with watching her today? Yeah, it's no biggie. There's a few of us going too, so I doubt we'll have any problems wrangling her in. Plus, you had plans for her today, right? Seriously, don't worry about us. Thank you, Van. I promise I'll head over as soon as I'm finished. Yume, make sure you mind your manners, okay? And don't go wandering off by yourself. Got it! Alright, sounds like you're ready, kiddo. I'm really excited for the festival today. There's gonna be lots of shops, right? Oh, and I can't wait to see Anya's perform. I want to see everything. Come on, let's get going. Alright. Go get changed and we'll head out. I'll make sure we're the first ones there. You got it. Yume, I just wouldn't stop talking about the festival this morning. It might be a little while until I can head over myself, though. You sure you don't mind keeping an eye on her? Yeah, it's no problem. We'll make sure she has a good time. I was willing to overlook it for that race of his. But he's really pushing it this time. What? Does he take me for a fool or something? Hey, there's no need to get so worked up, alright? Although, I can't say I don't get where you're coming from. But still, nothing's actually happened yet. Damn right it hasn't, and I'll make sure it doesn't either. Eve even thinks about making my little girl cry again. No, grumble. Apparently Maxim took Paulette out on an unsupervised date after his victory last month. Though, with her old man still breathing, I doubt the Red Comet's got much of a chance. Maybe he'll learn his lesson if I rough him up a little. Well, I held the peace because Paulette was there last time, but if he tries anything, I swear I'll... Sheesh. Guess it might be best to keep an eye on things for a while.
Pick something already. Be seeing you.
You can't... You gotta let her breathe, sir. At least a little. Can't actually go out there. I've had the food here more times than I can count, but I don't often eat so early in the morning. This is all very nice and filling. Hey, skipping meals ain't good for you. You're a growing girl, so take your time and chew slowly. Swen will probably be coming down to join us before long, though I'll bet 10,000 Mira and Nadia being late. You'll probably win that bet. She doesn't strike me as the early to rise type. She's just on the night shift, which is early to rise for her shift. By the way, Van, the advice you gave us on our festival activities was very helpful. I'm glad Ren proposed the idea of you being our advisor. Now I'm beginning to understand how all the stories of the legendary party animal came about. What do you mean, party animal? No, that's not a name I've heard. Wait, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Earned that little moniker 8 years ago for being a mischief-making student. Speaking of 8 years ago, didn't you help put on a historical parody play called The Story of Calvardian Revolution? I saw a recording of it recently. I laughed so hard, I thought my sides were going to burst. Some of it even hit surprisingly close to home, especially after what we just went through. It's a little bittersweet thinking about it now. Yeah. A lot happened to Auguste over the years. He became a man driven by obsessions and delusions. There's a lot we didn't know about him, and honestly, the same probably goes for Sheena and the other revolutionaries. What they were really thinking at the time and how they set about achieving their goals is something only they could know. I suppose that's true. In the end, when putting these performances together, all we can do is prepare as best we can and see them through. And I think that's what's most important. You, Elaine, and Mr. Kincaid all understood that back then, and the students now do too. Maybe even Dad grasped that back in his day. Wait, Dad? You saying Roy frickin' Gramhart went to Aramis? Oh, you didn't know? Yes, he graduated from there nearly 30 years ago. Wait, so he's like 50 now then, right? He would be about 50. Mind you, that's not why I chose to go to Aramis myself. But anyway, I'm surprised. It's not often I know something you don't. Nero was thinking I had him all figured out. That man's well of secrets has no bottom. Anyway, circling back to the advice thing, all I did was offer a couple pointers during the planning phase. My assistants have been chipping in some too, but I don't know all the details. Though I did hear that the student council president has a few aces she's keeping up her sleeve. Looking forward to seeing how it all pans out, and I hope you're looking forward to reading the review I write up about it. That special performance you're part of is gonna get some extra scrutiny, by the way. Please go easy on us. Although you may not have to, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by the performance's quality. We haven't changed the theme or general concept since we last talked about it with you. Oh yeah? Sounds like it's going to be in for something... I'm going to be in for something special then. It's all of my fellow alumni. Elaine and Renee are going to be watching too. They'll be cheering you on while I chow down on some of the cafeteria's limited edition desserts. Why am I not surprised? Oh, that reminds me. I'll be doing my rounds in the morning, but I wonder what Van's planning to do during that time. Is he going to spend time with Yume or one of the other assistants? Or maybe Elaine? Well, hey, why the long face? Oh, it's nothing. Sorry about that. Well, I suppose I better finish my breakfast quickly before Swin and Nadia come down. Hey, what did I just tell you? There's no need to rush through a meal. Oh, shit. If there's a moment where I have to choose someone and hang out with them on a date scene, we're going to be here all day. That's going to be an episode. If I go through all of them. I could just do Elaine's, because that is the one I would choose, but I would want to see everyone. I wonder what Van intends to do for the festival. What are you staring at me like that for? Do I have something on my face? No, it's nothing. The new students this year also helped with the festival. There are even some that volunteered to be guides today. Well, I'm glad they're so energetic about entering the school. I just hope they don't overdo it and burn themselves out too early. That's all right. As their senior, I'll help them out.
Not this way.
And up. And yeah, we're good. Huh? Hey, what gives? Why are you changing into your uniform? I'm still mulling it over. Mulling what over? About whether I should wear my Aramis Academy uniform today. Why wouldn't you wear your school uniform to school? Because I could wear a rival school's uniform and then tell everyone at the end of the festival, "Wahaha, a surprise. We were spies all along and we're here to take over Aramis." We'd have a tearful, heart-rending final duel with Aggie, Ren, and the rest of the student council. And then after Albert tragically falls in battle, we'd come to our senses and the fighting stops, restoring peace to the academy once again. Then me and S fly off into the sunset. The end. Wow. Okay. I just feel bad for poor Albert. Nadia's antics aside. Truth is, we were thinking about how this is the last time we're going to be wearing these uniforms. No, right. I guess this is the first time you got to experience a proper school life. You know, you could just stick around till graduation if you wanted. I doubt the school would mind. Could stay enrolled and come back after to get everything with Lapis taken care of. True? If you want to keep this on the down low, I don't mind coming along to help search for your old leader. Van. Oh, I see how it is. Not ready to see your little chicks leave the nest, Mr. Mama Hen. Nah, I got more than enough trouble making kids running around to keep me company. Well, we appreciate your offer, but we really can't stay in Edith any longer. It's not that we don't like it here, but how do I put this? Let's just say we aren't the type to settle down in one place for a long time. School was pretty fun and all, but staying all the way through graduation, oof, hard pass. Normally this would be the part where I scold you for dropping out, but I don't have any much room to talk. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you and Elaine attended Aramis. Ooh, you gotta wear your old Aramis uniform to the festival. I'd kill to see that. I know, I'll call Elaine over and you can both change into them. Yeah, not happening. Ain't no way I'm putting on a high school uniform. It'll be a cold day in hell. I mean Gehenna, before Elaine agrees to that. She'd be way too embarrassed. Oh, but she's no stranger to embarrassing things. What with that cringy beauty splayed title? Please don't ever say that when she's in earshot, or you may not be long for this world. But Elaine agrees. Well, we're gonna be busy with the festival today anyway, so you're off the hook for now. You mean I'm off the hook for good? Little did Van realize the fated moment when he donned his old uniform would one day come to pass. Hey, cut it up with the narration. Anyway, these next 3 days will be the last ones of our high school life. Preparing for the festival, it was a total snooze cruise at first, but we ended up having a ton of fun. We'll be doing more work for the council today, even though we're not exactly official members. Roping people into doing grunts work. Work's always been one of the student council's specialties. Guess some things never change. If I'm being entirely honest, I didn't think I'd get as much out of school as I did. The moment the garden master appeared, I braced myself for the worst. I felt like no matter how things shook out, our peaceful days would come crashing to an end. Sorry to hear that, guys. Don't be sorry, because everything worked out in the end, and we were able to enjoy our time at Aramis. To us, that's like a dream come true. We have you and everyone else to thank for that, Van. Feels a little weird to keep saying it, but thank you, from the bottom of my heart. We already thanked Aggie and the rest, and so now we can leave Edith behind with no regrets. Gotcha. We're gonna miss you, but yeah. Actually, I think I'll save goodbyes for after the festival. Sounds good. We still have 3 more days together, so let's make the most of them. Don't be sad, Van. We'll totally come back to visit you, or maybe we won't. Indecisive much? Maybe I'll sneak in when you least suspect it and free your fridge of its limited edition goodies. Stay away from my stash, you damn sweets thief. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Alright, I still got some time left. Maybe I should go give the truck a once-over? Oh yeah, I better attach the child seat too if Yume's coming. Oh. Okay. I know I wasn't here for very long, but I had a lot more fun than I thought I would as a student. Everyone in our class was so nice too. They were always offering us a hand. The least I could do is make this festival a success for them, right? By the way, LP's still sleeping inside the Xiphon. I bet she'd be super excited for the festival though. Honestly, she'd probably clear out all the food stands as soon as she got there. Then they'd all have to close down. The look on everyone's faces would be priceless. Especially since a doll stole all their food. I'm glad she's not going. Oh yeah, Van would lose the sweets as well. I'm liking this casual relax music or whatever. So you're not gonna let me look around at all? Oh. It's funny because there are people out there. There are people out there, and I could talk to them, and there are things I could pick up right here, but I can't actually go there. Okay, well, let's head to the festival. Having finished getting ready, Anya, Swin, and Nadia set out early, while Van was inspecting his truck. About an hour later, Van picked up Yume and the group headed for Aramis Academy. Holy.
Wow! Look at that huge decoration! It's so cool! You said it! I got to see it before they put on the finishing touches, but I never thought it'd look this amazing.
Damn. Those kids did all that themselves? Gotta hand it to them. That's pretty impressive.
Actually, I think that girl from Messeldom helped with the overall design. I heard she's enrolling here now. She's even got a scholarship due to her skill in graffiti art. And that doesn't surprise me. Aramis Academy was established by a famous artist, and it has a legacy of both traditional and innovative forms of art. They assess more than academic ability when admitting students here, and that's how it's been for a long time. Of course, they still require high test scores. Still, I did not expect to be so crowded. It to be. Guess they weren't content playing second fiddle to our class. Heck, I think they might even have us beat. I suppose Ren and Anya's hard work has paid off then.
It's really too bad I never got to see what your school festival was like.
Oh wow, Shizuna's here. Geez, how many times does this make now? Doesn't even faze me anymore. She said she always follows when interesting things are happening. She likes to head towards interesting things. But I feel like it's deeper than that. She knows something's going on here, right? She knows we're not done, I feel. That's what I'm getting from her. Well, you did help out, so I figured you'd show up at some point. Uh-huh, my vacation's just about up, and so I figured I'd end it on a high note by hanging with you guys. Are you shitting me? So, she's in a similar position. Well, the more the merrier, I guess. Oh, God. I suppose we can think of this as one last party to celebrate the end of everything that happened last month. Well, in that case, I suppose we can put off our meeting until tomorrow, Miss Misurugi. Sounds good. I think I'll have Kurigane sit in with me for good measure. Oh, hey, you mind not tossing around little scraps of info like that? Damn teases. CID's hiring them for something? Interesting. Oh, we'll have to save the chit-chat for later. I think they're about to start.
Thank you for waiting, everyone. I'd like to say a few words before we begin. My name is Ren Bright. I am Aramis Academy's current student council president, the 98th to be exact. In keeping with the ethos of Aramis Gainsborough, our school's founder, this festival has become a springtime staple here in Edith. Traditionally, the students have always had to plan and build the attractions on their own. But this year's event brings with it a few changes. For one, I am the first exchange student to be elected student council president at Aramis Academy. This year's theme is a new season together. I hope all our guests, as well as our new freshmen, will enjoy everything we have to offer. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to declare the 98th Aramis Academy Festival open!
Woo! Those would have been hard to make. Those flags actually have like 3D text on them. They went high effort with that. All of this has 3D text. Why is all your text popping out? That is a lot of additional work that they just didn't need to do, but they did it for style points. Damn. I'm talking about the characters. You know, the characters didn't need to go this far for the school festival. Man, talk about a big family reunion. All right, I think I'll wander around and try a few activities that I helped advise. Oh, 7 hearts. Oh yeah, and a lot of my companions are here. Maybe I'll stop and chat with them if we bump into each other. I'm getting a little whiff of something, but it's probably not a big deal. Yeah, probably. Just in case, I might take a peek around the Aubert district and Old Town when I get a sec. What? Just try to meet up with the gang later, too.
You finally arrived at the truth.
Yeesh. Someone ought to pump the brakes on the mysterious subtext already. Huh? Well, there's a funny coincidence.
Hey, Arkride. Been a while.
Hasn't been long enough, if you ask me. But I guess it's been around a month since we last swapped info. Yeah, sorry again for everything I put you guys through. I know all that stuff didn't actually happen, but I still feel pretty bad about it. Man, you worry too much. You're just as bad as my crew. Yeah, about that. I heard from Elaine that you guys are at the Aramis School Festival. You mind me doing me a solid? I need you to help her out with something. Oh yeah? With what? So, you remember when we fought the True Grievance Brigade? The TGB? It was during those 3 days when we were working together. Of course I remember. I can count the number of joint ops between you guys as CID and my team on one hand. They're all doing time now, but before they were thrown in the slammer, they targeted Aramis Academy. Elaine's worried that some anti-immigration faction might try and pull a similar stunt. That's why she volunteered to patrol the school grounds, and she'll be on high alert for any trouble. If she's with you, I think she'd be able to loosen up a little. Always helps to have an extra pair of eyes, you feel me? No, so you want me to accompany her, huh? Got it, I'll see what I can do. According to Kilika, they got a full security detail around the academy. That said, the chance of a terrorist attack is pretty much zero, so you two might as well treat it like a date. Hey, quit butting into my love life. Later. Why is he like that? Can't that guy just mind his own damn business? No, for the love of... Since when did today become everyone call and bother Van Day?
Hello there, Mr. Advisor. Are you getting ready to make your rounds?
No, hey, Renee. Ren. I was thinking about Renee. Yeah, I just split up from the rest of my group. I was planning to back up with everyone after I finished looking around the place. What's up? Need something? I do, actually. If you wouldn't mind, could you take Agnes with you? She's taken it upon herself to play a problem solver for the rest of the student body instead of enjoying the festival. Oh, yep, sounds like Agnes. The festival preparations have kept her more than a little preoccupied. She's scarcely had a chance to breathe. But that hasn't stopped her from taking on extra work, as she's been taking time to field questions from all the new freshmen. Not to mention, she's had her part-time work. On top of all that, I want her to have a little break. Might be for the best, and that juggling act she's doing is a little out of control. She's only working as hard as she is because the school and Arkride Solutions means a great deal to her. Her boss really ought to reward her for being such an exemplary assistant, don't you think? I get the picture. I'll check up on her. Not sure if me escorting her around is such a good idea, though. I mean, we get all sorts of weird looks. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. As long as you pull the I'm a Student Council alumnus card, I doubt people would bat an eye. If it would make you more comfortable, I can lend you an armband. Although, that might make you two look even more like a couple. Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. I'll be over by the auditorium, so if anything comes up, you know where to find me. Bye for now. Ugh, can't believe I'm being bullied by a man bear and an ex-kitty. So what should I do? I can spare the time for one of them. Now that I think about it, a grown-ass man wandering around a school festival by himself might raise a few eyebrows. What? Why are you even giving this an option? Agnes is 17. Elaine is your childhood friend who you've already been... It doesn't... It's Elaine. It's just weird that they even give you this option. I don't know. I'm sorry, Agnes. I'm truly sorry. But you should have been born 2 years earlier, apparently.
Why did Jin... He really shouldn't have called you behind my back.
That's not to say, regardless, Elaine just feels appropriately Van's... It just makes sense. It makes sense for them to be together. There's no other way to look at that. Well, I guess there must be. Clearly there has to be, but I don't see it.
I am fully aware that the likelihood of another terrorist attack is low. That's why I'm fine with doing this by myself. You don't need to.
But I want to. I was planning to wander around the school grounds anyway. Since you're doing the same thing, I figured I'd keep you company. What do you say, former student council vice president?
It's hard to believe 8 years have gone by since then. We were both so busy, we never did get to take it all in together. As I recall, a certain someone once promised me that they would, and I quote, "make time to relax and wander around campus with you later." I think now may be the perfect time for that person to make good on that promise.
He made that promise and never actually, not even once?
Damn, she got me good.
I'm only teasing. Well, shall we take a look around then? I think we'll enjoy seeing what the new students of our alma mater have come up with. Oh, and if you plan on tackling 4 SPGs in Aubert and Old Town, I'd be happy to accompany you.
Good to know. Now let's get on out there and have some fun.
Oh boy. Obtained all 4 of their student council bands. Okay. You must check out 4 festival activities with either of them. After that, those will all become accessible. Okay. Activity points are used to attend, yeah. 4 SPGs and connection events are also available. You can end free time from the travel menu once 2 or more semi-required 4 SPGs. Okay. Characters can be swapped at any time with the shortcuts menu. All right, I don't want to be spoiled, so I'm not going to actually, I'm just reading the text. I'm not looking at any of the photos. Text. Activities that can be played with a, okay.
I never thought the day would come when you'd finally make good on your promise.
Hey, it's not like I'm trying to make it up to you or anything. But you know, I just figured I'd escort the former student council vice president around.
Well, that's very kind of you, former general affairs manager and resident jack of all trades.
Is there nothing on this floor that shows up? Hold on. Hey, look, it's Nate and his girlfriend. You're not gonna talk to anyone yet. This is a lot of people. Holy shit. Oh, there are gonna be a lot of people. Okay, I have 16 activity tickets. What? Wait, how many? 7 connection events. Oh, it's right there, right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Alright, I need to process this. 1 sec. Okay. Okay, I think I processed most of what I need to think about here. First of all, I'm gonna wait on these because we might get gifts while running around the festival with all these shops and stuff. And if we get gifts and then max people out, then I will know who to save and who not to save. So we're gonna wait on connection events. For sure, every single person right now needs all of these. So, yeah, that one's gonna wait. We could do the activities, but there are a lot of NPCs to go talk to. Therefore, I think we should start. Let me look outside as well. Is there an activity there? What? Okay. Oh man, there are so many people. Okay, we're gonna start in the school and just do whatever NPC updates we end up doing now, and then we're gonna continue NPC updates in the next one and do activities. And then we'll do side quests and connection events last, I think. Oh, this is a lot. I'm excited, but I'm also like, overwhelming amount of dots on the map. I think Harry and Sheena said they were going to wander around before we got here. I really hope I can find an opportunity to apologize to Harry. Of course, I've got to find him first, and in this place, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You got that right. Wonder where Harry and Sheena are at. Oh, Mr. Hawker, I want to try that. Can we do that? Please, please, please. You were talking about that grid game thing. Okay, then. I guess there's no harm in poking our heads in there. Maybe we'll even run into Harry and Sheena. Grid game thing? What's the grid game thing? This is not a game. Is it? Huh. Wait, what does it say? Related books of Calvard Revolution. Oh, this is just showing all the events around the school. Grid hackers? Electric experience? The Quiz King of Aramis. Oh, hell yeah. Mr. Powell, it's been a while. Oh, Kincaid, I see you've grown into a fine young man. You were one of our previous student council presidents, right? Yes, I was, and these two were my cohorts. Beauty's Blade, the president who succeeded you. And Mr. Arkride, one of our advisors for this year's festival. Yep, that's me. I got my fingers in all sorts of pies at the moment. Anyway, as a fellow alumnus, what say you to helping us make a few rounds for the festival? I'd be happy to. Seeing the campus this way brings back so many memories. I'm relieved to see that Mr. Powell hasn't changed at all. What do you think of this year's festival, Frederica? Well, I suppose it's all right. It doesn't really lack it for anything. Of course, they wouldn't have been able to pull it off without the training they received during my time as student council president. Huh, you know, perhaps you're right. Huh? No, you see, half of that was meant to be a joke and, well, the other half was just me being a sore loser. Either way, this year's festival is something truly extraordinary. It's true that much of what was accomplished due to Miss Bright's exemplary leadership skills was due to that. However, it wouldn't be what it is today if they never broke tradition. Yeah, I suppose that's true. We've seen many student councils come and go over the years, but some of their more wonderful achievements only came about during your time in office. As you move into this next phase of your life, remember to be proud of all that you've accomplished. Mr. Powell, thank you. There's the Powell I remember. You're right, he hasn't changed at all. Well, what have I done? Why do I have water in my eyes? I'm not crying, you're crying. Renee's crying. I think we should all just start crying to make her feel better. It's nice to have a few of our alumni back with us. I'm sure this year's festival will provide a wonderful experience for everyone.
Thank you for coming to the first day of the Aramis Academy Festival.
Seriously, I love their decision to do this, but this would have been very...
It's an annual tradition.
No, this could be styrofoam. If this is styrofoam, that wouldn't have taken super long. You could definitely replicate it, but they did it everywhere. Look at this 3D here. I actually really like the tags. It reminds me of when I was trying to make banners for like local shows when I was playing shows. Like I had to make my own banners and stuff, and then we put them in front of the stage and stuff. So I had to do stuff like this, and it kind of had that theme as well, kind of the grit and the dirtiness, almost some of the paint shaved off. It was very fun to make. I never realized school festivals were so much fun. Where should we go next? It's so hard to decide. I need to make up my mind quick, though. It's all right to take some time to think it over, you know. After all, there's still plenty of daylight left. Okay, but Daddy, you're... Ami is just a little down because she knows you're going back to Crossbell soon. She's been really focused on making sure we have as much fun as possible today, while we're all still together as a family. I know you get to come home more often than you used to, but I still miss you when you're gone. That's why I just wanted this to be special. I see. Well, thank you, Amiya. I feel the same. I can't help but miss you two whenever I'm away, but knowing that you're both safe and happy in the Republic, that gets me through it all. Anyway, what do you say we get out there and have some fun? You should remember to take our time with these things as well. It'll all be for nothing if you wear yourself out, right? Right. I think we're gonna have a wonderful time today.
Well...
I know you two. You helped us out that one time on Nemeth Island. Fancy meeting you here. We wanted to make the most of this opportunity, since work often keeps me away from my wife and daughter. That's why I'm going to spend all day today playing with my little girl. I really am happy the three of us can spend time together as a family for once. I'm a lover of art, so I've really been looking forward to this festival. I hear they have many good paintings and sculptures on display, so maybe the three of us can go and take a look later. I'm so happy Daddy feels the same way I do. Now we just have to decide what route we want to take through the festival. Oh. Okay, there's no event in here, surprisingly. Of course you'd be in here. Hey, what's up? Didn't realize you two were going to be at the festival. Yeah, well, we just have a little business to take care of, that's all. Yeah, some very serious business. Oh, I see. By the way, have you settled on what you're ordering? Actually, they already took our orders a minute ago, so we bet on whose order would get here first. The drinks don't count, just the meal. Gambling addicts through and through. I got a small platter, and Hal ordered a salad. The loser picks up the other's tab. Clearly the salad's gonna get here first. And we all know who's gonna win. Hint, it's not the plastered bastard next to me.
This festival is an annual tradition that preserves the principles that Aramis...
Thanks for, welcome to the Eastern Tea House. Can I get you... Would you like to see our menu? Oh, I just can't get used to all these stock phrases. Maybe I should just stick to how I usually talk.
Enjoy.
Customer service is a lot harder than I thought it'd be.
Welcome to our Eastern Tea House.
Oh, it's for Ren. I think Ren is done, or it's Elise, you're also done.
See you again.
What? What? Oh, it's on the connection list, isn't it? Hold on.
I'm stuffed.
I don't think I've ever tried to look at gifts while the connection thing's up. Oh, Ren is not done. Oh, hell yeah.
My, how thoughtful.
This is wasted, but you'll love this.
Well, aren't you considerate?
Oh. Huh. It's kind of funny hearing Sigourney fumble all over herself. I guess that's one problem. That one's probably on me, though. See, I gave her some advice earlier. I told her that if all else fails, she should just be herself. Customers like sincere service, after all. Are you related? Are you friends? Who? She's never mentioned Sigourney before, right? I don't think.
To any daring challengers out there, we've got prizes that are up for grabs.
That's funny. Good heavens, take smaller bites, Gigi. This isn't a race, you know. Munch, but the food's chopped so good, Munch. I'll admit, I'm a little surprised at the quality myself. It's on even footing with some of the fancier restaurants we've been to. The food I had to eat back in my academy days doesn't even remotely compare, which I guess it shouldn't come as a surprise. I had to eat McDonald's because they didn't have a cafeteria. Hey, Daddy, I want to go to school here. Oh my. Well, you'll have to study real hard then, sweetie. Oh, I hate studying. Okay, then I'll just be a police officer like Daddy. You think becoming a cop's gonna be easy, do you? At the academy, you'd have to get up bright and early every morning, and you'll be put through some real tough training. It's enough to make grown men weep. Think you can get through it without crying, Gigi? Nope, but I want to grow up to be just as cool as you, Daddy. You really look up to your daddy, don't you? Well, you still have plenty of time to decide your future. Right now, I think you should focus on developing your interests. That'll help narrow down what you really want to do. Huh, didn't know Deswani was here with his family. It's not often we get to see the inspector act so fatherly. Actually, it happens quite often. Now, what should we check out next? Well, my recommendation, I go for the card game room on the first floor of the Eastern Tea House. Or the Eastern Tea House. There's also a Quiz King game. Might be a little tough for your daughter, but I'm sure she'd still have fun. Oh yeah, I remember hearing that you helped out with the festival. Very well. Never thought I'd be saying this to you, but I'll take your word for it.
Alrighty.
My daddy's off duty today. I don't know what that means, but he says it's sort of like having a day off, though not really. I miss him because he's not around a lot, but I know he's just busy doing super cool police stuff. Going to Aramis would be fun, but I really want to be a police officer. Whatever path Gigi decides to take in the future, I'll support her all the way. If she wants to come to Aramis, though, she'll have to work extra hard to pass the entrance exam. Maybe while we're here, I can check and see what their examination process is like. Margaret, oh, there's Robin. Robinson? The plan was to spend some time together as a family today, but that seems to have derailed. Sheena went off with Harry, and Mark is wandering around somewhere with Hawker. I don't mind, though. It's been much too long since I went out on a date with my husband, so I think I'll treat this as such. I can't believe students did all this. They find new ways to blow me away year after year. I did hear they recruited some outside help, but still, I'm impressed. All the design work is simply phenomenal. I'd like to go on a leisurely stroll through this place and just take it all in. I wonder if Hawker was able to work up the nerve to apologize to Harry. I think I'll check on him a little later. I'll always be there for him when he needs me. Alright, you are distracting. And remember, I put that down 2 notches. I should probably write that down. Alright, done. Welcome to Aramis Academy's limited time student cafeteria. We have a few special items on offer today. You won't find them anywhere else. So make sure you bring a healthy appetite. That is much more... Yeah, I could barely hear her. Every festival, I grow more and more impressed with Aramis students. I'll have to make sure I work hard enough to support them.
Allow me to assist. I hope to see you again.
It tastes even better with others.
Oh, you have more? If your stomach's too full already, why not hit the basketball courts? It'll get you hungry in no time. Seriously, I really recommend you come to us on an empty stomach. Alright, that is everything over here. Let me go in this room first. Oh good, no one's in pain right now. I'm glad to see this year's festival is doing so well. I couldn't be more proud of our students. Miss Matilda, well, I suppose she's Director Matilda now. She hasn't changed a bit. Oh, that's it? That's all? The school festival lasts for a total of 3 days. I believe in work before play, so we're going to cram in all of our investigating on the first. And then, let me guess, you'll invite Sal on one of the other days, right? What a joke. It would be beneficial for us to mingle with the Lee household, so if that's your plan, I won't interfere. Anyway, that's why I asked you to accompany me. I'll give you a call when I need your help, and you better pick up, got it? No promises. Well, I doubt your assistance will be required today, so feel free to enjoy yourself. Since the 3 of us are here together, I think we'll do a family-oriented activity. Should have thought to bring one of my bombshell fans along. Ah, well, nothing wrong with wandering around by my lonesome. You go have fun with your little lady friend there. Okay, Van? Like I need your permission to do that. I'm glad to see the two of them have cooled a little over the past month. Oh, you're not interactable. Okay, this is an activity, but is it just me or are things heating up in here? We seem to have walked in on a few rousing games of Seven Hearts. If I recall correctly, your advice was to what led them to put this together. Yeah, at first they were going to have everyone play Vantage Masters. That game the Empire's been all over lately. The problem is it's a trading card game, so if you don't own your own deck, you're flat out of luck. Yeah, I guess that's true. I would have absolutely... Vantage Master, much higher on my preference list than Seven Hearts, but... Plus, it isn't popular enough in the Republic to stir up much hype. So instead, I told him to pick something people can take part in without needing to bring a whole stack of cards along. And Seven Hearts fits that bill perfectly. Yeah, probably wasn't the only option, but it's the one they went for. It does have accessibility in its favor, what with its simpler rule set and dedicated decks. The table they set up for teaching newcomers helps that along too, I'm sure. Well, they got opponents ready and waiting for us. Could be fun to see what they're made of. Not now. It's like everyone and their grandma is talking about Seven Hearts thing. That Seven Hearts thing. What's it all about? Seven Hearts is a 4-player competitive game in which players utilize playing cards based on various arts. It is, as they say, all the rage with the younger crowd at present. Players praise it for providing casual, yet enjoyably tense games. You curious, Judith? Oh, then why don't you join in? We're about to start another round. I recommend playing a match or two. I believe you'll find it highly enjoyable. You're not going to have a clue what's going on. Just suddenly people are taking damage. Sign me up, you're all going down. Actually, have I ever even won a card game before? I don't think I have. Somehow, that comes as a little surprise. Yeah, not to say you always wear your emotions on your sleeve, but you don't exactly have much of a poker face. Makes one wonder how you got to be an actress in the first place. Oh, shut up. I'll have you know I'm perfectly capable of hiding my emotions when I want to. A very Judith reaction. The talent and passion of the entire student body is on full display in this place. So this is what a school festival feels like. I'm happy I was afforded the chance to experience it for myself. I'll be meeting with Mirabelle in a short while. I suggest you spend your time with those you hold dear as well. I hold dear. I'm just insulted they didn't give Shizna as an option. Before I even set foot in here, Nina and I got mobbed by our fans. But we got away, and now the two of us and Rosette are getting a chance to relax. Hope you can carve out some time for yourself too. You've definitely earned a break after all the work you put into the festival. Or Rosette. I'm surprised Rosette isn't given a chance either. Today I discovered Rosette is a remarkably quick thinker. When a crowd of people were gathering around me and Judith, she swooped in and led us to safety. She was so swift yet gentle with how she went about it. It's thanks to her that we have this nice little moment of reprieve. Well, looks like that's your win, Woody. All right, how do you like me now? Oh, I can't believe you managed to pull that off. I mean, James got 4 in a row. Don't start getting all uppity, Woody. That was just pure luck. Come on, let's go another round. That damn Woody, he thinks he can just show me up. Still, I'm glad that he's getting into it. Glad to see. Time for my revenge match. Prepare for humiliation. Wait. Oh, right, that's for the activity. We'll be back. We're gonna try all of them eventually. Okay. Today's the day we've all been waiting for, so get out there and have yourselves a good time. By the way, I've got some limited edition merchandise on sale. Feel free to take a look.
Take all the time you need.
Ooh, item drop rate 90%? No, not right now, but...
Be seeing you.
It could be good.
Love me a sugar rush.
Take it, Swin.
I appreciate it.
Wait, what does his thing say there? Oh, right. Arkride Solutions temp. Alright, what's in this room?
A maid cafe and an Eastern tea house. Wow, they thought of everything.
So which do you prefer? The maid outfits or the Eastern dresses?
Neither? Hey, that's not why I brought it up. I swear.
Oh. I was like, where's the Eastern... There are no Eastern dresses. So it's... They're serving Eastern tea, but it is just a maid cafe. Why are you here dressed as a maid? Okay, just for the throwback? Is that the main reason? Well, if it isn't Mr. Arkride and his companions, please come in. I heard a little bit about it during the planning phase, but this maid cafe turned out rather nice, don't you think? The students carry themselves so well. It's almost like a real tea party in here. It may have helped them with a few things here and there, but you were the one who really set them up for success, Leela. Well, it was my pleasure. After so many years catering to my madam's every need, it felt only natural to pass on my knowledge. Actually, back when I was still working in the Burl, I had a few opportunities to teach new maids in her retinue. So, this was quite nostalgic for me. You know, I've heard rumors that you were pretty sharp. Looks like we picked the right woman for the job. I'm glad to be of service, having me teach in exchange for the purchase of... Oh, for the purchase of wares from my store. It was a most interesting arrangement. Okay, well, now it makes sense. And with a lovely outcome as well. I believe this will serve as good publicity for us. I have a suspicion I'll be seeing my food and tea sales rising soon. Perhaps I should consider increasing my inventory once the festival's over. You're a born saleswoman. I'm glad to see that our imports are doing so well, and that thanks to the tea from Arassian that Elaine shared with me, I feel as if I was able to broaden my horizons a bit. Quincy Bell's products are lovely indeed. You should order it yourself sometime, Van. The Aramis Academy Festival, a truly wondrous event. Well, I say that, but it rather evokes the image of children playing at being adults, don't you think? Aha! Not at all. Honestly, I think us grown-ups could stand to learn a thing or two from these youngsters. What they lack in knowledge and technique, they more than make up for in creativity and passion. It's the kind of thing that really gets my creative juices flowing. Is that so? I suppose that means you've got an idea for a new film. Well, I've always got ideas. The hard part's just figuring out which one to work on and how to make the magic happen. I'll be looking forward to seeing what you come up with then. Actually, now that I think about it, weren't you at the screening for that collab I just wrapped up? It's a shame we didn't get much of a chance to talk back then. Yes, I was, and I'll be honest, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. After all, both you and Mom have such vastly different approaches to directing. But your aesthetics meshed beautifully. The elaborate foreshadowing combined with a bold story structure, simply remarkable. I'd even be inclined to call it a masterpiece. Of course, that includes the scenes that appeal to your particular proclivities as well. It's all about sex and violence, baby. Wouldn't be entertainment without 'em. Hear, hear. Ha ha ha. Your Highness, Mr. Director, considering this is a school event, you might want to act with a little more decorum. That's Sharid and Gotti, all right. They never change. Despite the large crowd, security around the perimeter seems to be more than sufficient. I doubt there's any danger here, but I'd best check on Princess Jita soon. When I talked about igniting a man's fire, you know what I'm referring to, yes? You bet I do. In fact, if I were to take that one step further, I'd say... let's talk about it some other time. Hey, how's it going, Van? We missed you at the earlier screening. Would've loved to have you, had ya. Trust me, no one's more disappointed than me. I've just been real tied up lately. Huh, doesn't seem like Gotti remembers those 3 days. Promise I'll catch it once it's out for real. Huh, you're the man, Van. I can't wait to hear what you think. Here is the shop. Welcome to Salon de Aramis. Please come in and relax. We guarantee an experience of pure luxury.
What would you like? Please stop.
Cafe grinder. Nope, that one.
Sugar rush.
Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's for Van.
Gotta treat myself every now and then.
Damn, he is close. Ah, the science lab. Where the package was. Okay, grind hackers. I might as well go in and see what these are. Hey, look at that. They got a monitor showing what's going on in the game. Grind hacker. Grid hackers. You can imagine my bewilderment when I learned there'd be a hacking experience at the school festival. This was done on your recommendation too, no? They wanted to make an orbital computer game. Only problem was they're fresh out of ideas. That's when I remembered the hacking program we'd been using on those orbital locks. Once I gave them a basic rundown, they latched onto the idea and ran with it faster than I ever saw it coming. Gotcha helped out from there. The end result's a little more geared towards your average Joe. There's just one thing. I get the feels of the player character, but seeing him plastered on all these posters feels a little jarring. I find it rather adorable, actually. They'll be drawing in visitors in no time. This is just me, then. Anyway, what do you say we give the game a spin? In a bit. Oh, it's Carlos involved in this. Okay. Is that Ilhan? It is Ilhan. Oh, he's saying his name. I'm glad to see Ilhan's enjoying himself for once. He's usually on the other side of creating things. He never really gets a chance to see what others have created. Still, that game must be pretty interesting if it's got even Ilhan hooked. Oh, right. He was talking to Elijah about going to Basel. Prepare yourself, Ilhan, because I'm about to give you the thrashing of a century. Well, you can certainly try, but I think you'll find that the true skill is only strengthened with age. So fast. Hey, you didn't study the course beforehand, did you? Oh, come on. No need to sell yourself short, Elisha. You were right on my tail. That input speed of yours was truly impressive. That was a match for the ages. Okay. I can't imagine I would find it very fun. I do like the hacking game, but unless you made it so I was actually racing someone, it wouldn't. Actually, maybe they'll do that. I would be down for that if I legit had to choose who I go against. I'd enjoy it. Heck yeah, the second floor is where it's at. Oh, I want to do the Quiz King game thingy next. Aramis really is in a league of its own. You could tell me these events were made by professionals and I'd totally believe you. I say we go around to every single activity and make copious notes on anything and everything. No. Girls, you need to chill out. We can go to some of the events, but remember, we're here for work too. We're not going overboard, got it? Okay. Who died and made you the boss of me, Last I checked, I'm not part of your silly group anymore. Silly? You want to run that by me again, Natalie? You get where I'm coming from, right? Like, it's fine to be excited and all, but... Well, it's a bad look if we start wreaking havoc before we even make it to the stage, you know? As long as we contain ourselves for a few hours, we'll be good. Golden. Sayla is so unbelievably bossy, and she wonders why we're always at odds in the past. Pot? Kettle? Oh well, I guess that's ancient history now. She has a capable partner in the Lua, so I can safely leave them to their own devices. Although they ought to be thinking about what they can glean from the aesthetics of this festival. I think I'll comb every reg of this place and see what I can learn from for their sake. I'm glad I'm hanging out with Zella and Natalia. Natalie. Well, okay, we're not just hanging out, I guess. We've technically got a show later, but until then, we're gonna party it up in here. Alright, what's in this room? Oh, the quiz. Supposed to be that Quiz King of Aramis competition. Gotta say their setup's pretty legit. They certainly spared no effort transforming this room. You can hardly tell it was once a faculty lounge. What happened to all the desks and stuff that used to be in here? I wouldn't know. Perhaps they were moved to the principal's office? Incidentally, I heard you offered some guidance during the planning phase of this event. Is that true? It wasn't as big a deal as you think. The questions they originally picked were skewed in a way that made them almost impossible. So I suggested they widen their appeal by throwing in some freebies the attendees can feel confident about. Renee actually gave him some coaching on how to tell different types of contestants apart and gear things accordingly. Not the most conventional use of his skill as a CID analyst. Hey, gotta use what the goddess gave you. The guy takes his role as a former grad seriously. Seems Toa is their mistress of ceremonies. I hope she gets some enjoyment out of it. Well, no use standing around. Let's go see what they got in store. Oh, okay. Coughing fit there. You know, you make a pretty good host. Pretty great host, Toa. Guess I should have expected as much. Thank you, Van. I'll admit I was a little hesitant about it at first, but the students really wanted my help. I figured the least I could do was try and give it my all. Best of luck to you. Shakar? Not Shakar. Percy. Who the hell is Shakar? Why did I... I don't actually remember. Why did I... There is an NPC named Shakar, but he doesn't look like this, right? My brain. Oh man, this is way more fun than I thought it'd be. I mean, they'll probably be here somewhere. All these questions were really tough, but it felt like the difficulty was tailored to each contestant. Wait, Percy? I think they said something about using a profiling method to provide each person with questions they'd be able to answer. Honestly, it was so cool. Almost makes me want to sign up myself. This guy gave us a bunch of ARG quests. Right. Oh, we haven't seen you all game. I wonder if I could use that method for one of my riddles. Huh? Hey, aren't you the guys who signed up with me before? Oh yeah, you're Percy, right? We met last year. Yep, we sure did. I put together a game for the Revolution Festival last year. It was a pretty big hit. Unfortunately, though, I've gotten pretty busy since then, so I'm fresh out of ideas for the moment. That's why I'm here at Aramis Academy Festival. Well, that and I heard because I heard Ren was going to be here. I'm glad I came. There's going to be so many surprises, and once those are done, I'm going straight back to planning my next riddle game. Hey, that last one was actually pretty fun. Glad to hear it. I hope you'll look forward to my next game. This festival's amazing. Considering Ren's the student council president, though, I shouldn't be surprised. Anyway, it seems like the quiz game has a limited number of questions in their repertoire, so maybe I'll challenge it again. I really need to figure out how to package this kind of excitement into my own games. I think Shakar's the guy who recruits people and has the same coat and hat. I thought, yeah, okay, so I'm not crazy. Aramis' school festivals really are a cut above. Like, seriously, I can't believe this is all put together by students. Nate, are you listening to me? Oh, you better not be spacing out on me. Did you forget we're on a date? No, I didn't. I'm just in shock. Like, it still hasn't sunk in that you actually asked me out. Does this mean we're back on? Seriously, are you really gonna make me spell it out for you? Fine, listen, I haven't forgotten how you saved me from that stalker. And I know the only reason you stood me up before is because you're snowed under with work. I know I said we were through, but I take it back. I still want to be with you, if you still want to be with me. Hell yeah! You know I do. Oh, you're the best, babe. I just got a big fat raise, so I'm gonna treat you to whatever you want. Didn't realize he was here too. Sounds like he had his ear made today. Oh, hi, Elaine. You're looking lovely as... Oh, Nate, why would you... It's not what it looks like. I was just making small talk, I swear. You'd best treat your girlfriend well, Nate. Well, he's a bit less of a chicken shit these days, but he still hasn't learned his lesson. Gotta avoid those landmines, man. Yeah, there's no reason to start every conversation with a girl, hey, you're looking as beautiful as ever. Like, whether his girlfriend was here or not, why? Welcome to the International Relations Room. We have lots of information on Calvard's neighboring countries here. Please feel free to take a look. Okay, IBC. Okay, you've shown the railway guns in Guerrilla Fortress. Okay, that's Crossbell. Is that the salt pail? I think so. The hospital? Crossbell Hospital? Yeah, it's definitely there. Prince Albert? What? No, maybe not. I actually don't remember what he looks like. Hold on, wait. Oh, I don't get a bigger map. I can't look. That is Northumbria, right? I actually have no, not Northumbria, Remiferia, right? I actually don't know where it is. Okay, Valflame Palace. I can't pick that one out at all. It kind of looks like a casino. No, it doesn't. I have no idea what that one is. Okay, the old map. That's a Cold Steel map for sure. I believe that's actually like by leaves. Yeah, it's probably showing the academy. Ooh. Okay. I always forget the name. Wait, can you read that text? No, it's a bunch of nonsense. I actually think it might be upside down. Ooh, is it upside down? That would be interesting. The hell is that? That's an engine and some crystals. Zeist? Zeiss. I don't know how you pronounce it. I think this is where Ortita's from. I actually don't remember the queen, the queen's name. I don't remember her name, but the Burl Queen. Okay, interesting. And this must be Elsheim then. Okay, that's why she's in front of it. I've heard so many wonderful things about your performance. Aw, thank you. You hear that, Sada? She's praised us. You honor us with your words, Your Highness. And please, there's no need to be so formal. Helping spread traditional Central Eastern dance throughout Calvard not only helps create harmony with the Republic, it also helps promote friendly relations with Central Eastern countries like Elsheim. I think what you two are doing is lovely. I'm embarrassed to admit it, but we never really considered that before. We were just happy to have people come and watch us dance. Well, I see nothing wrong with that. I believe that pure-hearted nature of yours is what allows your art to truly shine. As long as you keep in touch with that part of yourself, I'm sure you'll continue to win both hearts and minds for years to come. You got such a way with words, Princess. You're so cool. Well, just know I'll be rooting for the both of you. We got complimented by a real-life princess. Wow, me and Sada have finally hit the big time. I kid. I know we're not quite in the same league as the other industry big shots just yet. I bet you're closer than you think. Keep building your rep like you have been, and you'll reach stardom in no time. You think? Well, I'm not in any rush. Being famous will mean more work and less time to hang out with you guys. No, not necessarily. I mean, look at Judith. She's famous and she gets away with slacking off all the time. Oh yeah, point taken. You better hope Judith doesn't find out you said that, or you'll be lucky to get off with only a stinging cheek. Have Fairy and Rosette been doing okay? Yeah, why? No, right, because of the corrosion. Guess you remembered everything that happened, huh? Not exactly. Our memories are a little hazy, but I do remember us helping out at the Muirhen. No, not the Muirhen. I just assumed it was Marché. Market. That's what it is. I want to thank you both again for all that you've did. It's due to your efforts that we were able to resolve that situation. Still kind of feels like we did all that in a dream or something, but no prob. If you ever need our help again, just say the word. Not that we expect anything that crazy to happen again, of course. I've been wanting to meet these two for quite some time now, and we just happened to stumble into each other here. I suspect I'll be blessed with many more serendipitous encounters today. You think she remembers? If Gotti and Prince Cherie don't remember, maybe she doesn't remember. All right, let me double check here. All right, we'll talk to the rest of these people. Wow, this library is much more interesting than I thought it'd be. It's got all these books on the Calvardian. We never studied that in depth back in the Central East, now that I think about it. It got biographies on the revolutionaries and information on modern history of the Republic, too. This is all new to me. Team, they never really taught us about this stuff in Elsheim either. Now that we get to read their histories and see what the Republic and other Western countries wrote about ours. Hey, that's a good point. I never had a chance to read books with an objective, analytical perspective on the Central East. Well, now's as good a chance as any. Our generation is starting to become more internationalized, so I say we take advantage of this opportunity. Sounds like a plan. Thanks again for inviting me to the festival, Munt. Honestly, I kind of invited Kalia on a whim. The timing just happened to work out, and our schedules were conveniently aligned. I never thought we'd stumble upon a place like this and end up bonding over it. Could this be Adusha at work? Well, either way, she looks like she's enjoying herself. I'm really glad I asked her to come. I'll be getting to see the international culture exchange announcement soon. International Culture Exchange announcement soon. That's yet another reason why I'm glad I came here today. I'm lucky to be part of this generation. We get to go beyond family, tribes, and borders to walk hand in hand with people from other cultures. It's a good thing I took Mont up on his offer. I hope we get to see all kinds of cool things together while we're here. Ah, right. Van's book. Then you have that and all the other books. I do want to kind of look for Auguste's book. We have a number of books on the Calvard Revolution on display this year. I invite you to take a trip through history with us. The Boy Auguste, Antipathy for the Established Regime, Meeting Sheena, A War of Ideologies, Public Downfall. I really wish we knew more. Like, that's all we know. We don't know what differences divided them to the point where he was straight up murdered. Like, they killed him for being a radical. Like, I don't know. And then his reasons for wanting to reset the timeline, it's just not talked about. Just like, okay, you wanted to reset the timeline because something happened in the past. Something. Oh, looks like student council's using the suggestion box to collect surveys today. I wonder if the surveys we did back in our day were helpful for this year's festival. Guess we'll just have to explore the whole place so we can give them a fair review. I put in a request to replace that stall's broken orbital stove, just like you asked. Perfect. You're a lifesaver, Julian. What's up, you two? Keeping busy? I take it you're putting out fires as they spring up. I don't envy you two, I'll admit. Oh, it's a spriggan, and you're... At any rate, yes. We've not been wanting for issues to address, but thankfully we've been able to carve out some downtime. It's thanks to this guy right here that said issues were dealt with pretty quick. He anticipated them and prepared countermeasures in advance. He saved all of us a lot of hassle, that's for certain. Not so, not bad, kid. Sounds like you're really stepping up your game. Keep it up and you'll be a shoo-in for student council president. We'll see. Nothing's decided until it's decided. True that. So, have you thrown your name into the hat? Next election is in May. It is, as is customary, they usually have at least one first-year student council member included in the runnings. To be perfectly honest, I don't think I'm the most qualified candidate. I think Anya's would have been a better fit, but I'm sure that'd be a difficult prospect given her circumstances. Yeah. Circumstances? What circumstances? Anyway, I think we ought to wrap up this discussion. Thank you again for all you've done as advisors. If you don't mind doing the rounds to make sure everyone thinks okay, I'd appreciate it. You got it, boss.
Well...
Julian's been helping me out with so much with all of this. Honestly, I feel bad about asking him for so many favors. Say, have you ever given any thought to joining the student council? I can recommend you, if you'd like. I'm flattered, but I don't know if I could do that, given that I'm returning to the Empire sometime this semester. Right, I remember you mentioning that you didn't want to keep your friends in Class 7 waiting. I'm sure your grandfather, the former general of the Imperial Army, is eagerly awaiting your report. Is that... Sorry, I had to go look up his name because I forgot. It's been forever. Van Dyke. His grandfather being Van Dyke. But he's in Class 7? Why wouldn't he go to the main campus? His grandfather is the principal of the main campus, right? He definitely is. Does that mean this last guy's name is... now it all makes sense. Unfortunately, I'll have to leave the Republic before too long. Yeah, it's got to be Julian Van Dyke. But that's... It doesn't roll off the tongue. But until that day comes, I'll do whatever I can to assist the student council. If you need anything at all, just say the word. Understood, and I'm sure I'll be taking you up on that offer sometime soon. Nice to see two good friends getting along. This actually makes a lot of sense why they keep portraying him as like a really strong character naturally. Like if he's in class 7, he's learning from Rain, and also has the natural like childhood training probably that he received from a family that under Van Dyke. Like Van Dyke's very strong. All right, it's time to get back to work. I'd like to do as much as I can before I leave for the Empire. That was a big bombshell. Phew, I'm getting a migraine thinking about the student council elections. Really, I should just be focusing on the job that's in front of me. Huh. Just casually dropping it there. All right, a few more NPCs, and then I'm going to end it, and we'll do outdoor NPCs after in the next episode, which I'm recording later because I'm super exhausted. This is going to be a lot of reading. This is the music room. It's where we practice performing our music. After our students provide a demonstration on how to use instruments, you'll be provided with one of your own to try it for yourself. This room is not going to sound great. Care to join us? No matter how much you learn, day one when you pick up an instrument, it sounds terrible. No matter who it is or how skilled you are. It's put a room full of people brand new trying to learn an instrument, and it's just squeaky noise. Oh, hello. It's good to see all of you. Huh. Now, what are Hamilton's disciples doing in a place like this? I can speak for them. They came to the festival because of me. I needed some assistance with the hacking game the computer club and I were working on. Such a rambunctious event would not normally be to my liking, but I'll admit, I am at least slightly taken in by the sights. The quality of the performance is more than adequate as well. I take it you've heard this lovely melody, yes? Music and mathematics are interrelated, you see. If I convert this piece into a numerical equation, various patterns and irregularities would surface. A number of prominent theories regarding this phenomenon have been put forth in recent years, and it's interesting and all, but you lost me about halfway through. Come on, Yang. We're supposed to be having fun. You should turn that big old brain off and just relax. Well, in any event, I'm glad the two of you are enjoying yourselves. Oh, by the way, it sounds like there is some delicious tea being served at the Eastern Tea House. Would you like to try some later? Of course we would. We'll go wherever you want, Katja. I may as well, seeing as I'm already here. Professor Cronkite is a lot softer when he's talking with these two, isn't he? You might be right. Oh, right, I just remembered. Grant's supposed to be here in the capital today. She probably is too busy to come to the festival. Not that I know her exact schedule or anything, of course. Still, it would be great if everyone could be here, especially after everything we went through last month. I've been doing a lot of soul-searching ever since we got through that horrible nightmare. I'm just so grateful Katra, Yang, and the professor were all there for me when I needed them most. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring down the mood. It's time to turn this frown upside down. This is a festival, after all. The hacking game came together really well, but it sounds like it's got a lot of healthy competition. Okay, I'm gonna get out there and make some memories with my two dear friends. I've heard from the research at the Institute of Science that Aramis is a cafeteria, delivers coffee of exceptional quality. Perhaps a small sample is in order then. Okay. Whoa, those cabinets look a bit rusty and dirty. We have a wide array of pieces on display this year. Most of them are from either current Aramis students or alumni. However, we also decided to showcase pieces from our sister schools for the first time, such as Thor's Military Academy. They're all remarkable works of art. Would you care to take a look? Oh. Is that really your name? I thought it was Marquita. Marikita? I've never looked at it, I guess. I can't believe they'd show a piece by my rival at the school festival. I mean, she's from the Empire. Who? Oh, it's Clara. Oh, it's so impressive, though. All right, you win again, Clara. But just you wait. I'll get you one of these days. I'll capture my model's true essence in my next piece. Then you'll see. By the way, I heard this year's decorations were all made by a former graffiti artist. They're incredible, don't you think? The big sign outside was of their imagining as well. It practically oozes with the spirit of rebellion, truly avant-garde. I'd love to meet the genius behind it all. Their sense of style is so unique. I can't believe it's Clara. Who else would it be, though? Alright, I like these pictures. I don't know if any of them look familiar or not. Okay, can't go that way. And then we'll just quickly take a look back here. Whew. Wow. Oh, there's a camel. Hi. All right. I'm going to end this episode here. The next one, we have this to do, and then we have to do activities, and then we got to go look in Albert District as well. And after we do activities, we're allowed to go to Old Town. So we'll probably do Old Town as well. And then side quests? By the sounds of it? I don't know. There's so much to do. I'm going to need to probably do one episode per day for a minute here for myself personally. So these may fall behind. Hopefully they don't. But I can't really record too much when my throat is dying. So yeah, either way, thanks for watching. Let me know if you like it, and I will see you in the next one.